Are we rolling? Yeah. What is up, guys? We are back for another episode of LDP's podcast. Today, I'm here with...
Oh, Gianna.
And I'm Sarah.
And my brother. You know, if you watch the past episodes, you probably know my brother, but introduce yourself anyway.
My name is Dario.
Dario does all the audio. You know, he helps set up the camera, helps edit. Dario is a big leg of the podcast. It's not just me. You know, you really can't do this with just one person.
That's very true.
Shout out to Dario. He's always helping out. He's on the pod today. So today we're going to be talking about first impressions and just everything first impression related. You know, like walking up to someone, what to say, what to do, everything. We're going to give everyone the ins and outs. We want to hear your opinion as girls on what you would like, what you wouldn't like. So let's jump right into it. Okay, question number 1. Where is the best place to meet? First impression wise, like where is the best place?
Like first date or like just...
I'm saying if someone's just gonna approach you, where is the best place where you would like to be approached?
That is so hard.
That's so broad.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Like, what's the situation?
Like, so say you're in the gym or in school or at work or at a friend's house. You know what I mean? Like where's the best place that you would prefer to be approached? Where would you like to be approached the most out of like all the different places you might be, whether or at the mall? You
Like,
know what I mean?
don't know, mall, party setting, because like where everyone's like more open and like talking to each other.
Right.
I don't know, like when there's like a lot going on, I feel like the more things that are like going on, people could like approach you. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Like honestly, like you could meet people at parties.
Well, yeah. But it's just more like
That's how we met.
comfortable because like there's a lot more going on.
Absolutely.
Like not all like the focus is on you. Like there's people over here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially if you're someone that gets anxious about these kinds of conversations, you know what I mean? It'll be easier for you to kind of break in at a party. Shit's so loud, you could be like, I don't hear you. Like, you know what I mean? You could be like, what? And like, cause if you don't know what to say, like it's easier to stall. You know what I'm saying? That's for people obviously don't know what they are going to say. But I don't know. I feel like as a guy, you're really not going to get approached much by girls, no matter how good looking you are. A lot of girls are waiting for you to kind of take that initiative. You might get eyed, you know what I mean? Like you might get that kind of thing, but
You definitely got to move first.
yeah, as a guy, like usually most of the time we're going to have to move first. I don't know. I feel like I've heard a couple girls have came on the podcast and said, "Oh, I don't like getting approached at the gym because like I'm working, like I don't want to be bothered." And it's like, yeah, but like what if a rich, tall, like ripped guy walked up to you in the gym that you were interested in? You know what I mean? I feel like you'd be appreciative of that. You know what I'm saying?
That would just never happen.
Yeah,
no, but
that's the
I'm putting this out.
I get it though.
You know what I mean?
But like, it's sad that never happens.
I would love to get approached in the gym. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah.
And that like that. I feel like that's another difference. Like as guys, like it's such a huge compliment to a guy to get approached because it's so rare. You know what I mean? Like we'll appreciate the girl taking initiative because it's like, wow, maybe I wouldn't have even known that you actually liked me like that. You know what I mean?
How many guys have you approached in your lives?
Yeah, how many guys have you approached in your lives? Honestly,
if I'm ever approaching a guy, it is very rare. Like, I mean,
probably.
so we'll say close to 0.
Yeah.
I would say like it's definitely if
it's like sparking like a little conversation, I could do that.
Right.
But like, I don't know.
it doesn't really. I don't know. I mean, like, if I want to have. That's really bad to say. If I want to have like fun, I mean, like maybe I'd do it. But like for the most part, like I kind of I'll go with like a more friendly type of relationship first, and then it's like, I mean, once you're more comfortable, I think then it's more easier to get into that.
For sure.
You know,
For sure.
Other approach. I mean, personally, like I've never been in a relationship, so it's never happened.
Right.
To
Okay.
me, I also just think, like I get very nervous, so it happens.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that, so you said that you have not really approached a guy. How many guys do you think have approached you in relation to probably a lot more? Right?
I mean, like in a good amount.
Yeah.
I mean, like I wouldn't say like a huge amount.
Yeah.
But, like you know.
more than you've approached.
Yeah. Oh
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
definitely.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, so again, like if you're a guy watching this, don't forget to take initiative. And I want to ask you, out of all the guys that have approached you, has anything ever came out of some of those approaches, or for the most part, no?
Well, okay. Wait. What do you mean by that?
Like, so a guy approaches you, right, at a party. A guy approaches you at a party. Has anything ever came out of an approach that someone made at a party or at a mall or at school?
Oh, I mean,
well,
sure. More
yeah.
more likely a party, if anything. Not
Yeah.
school. Absolutely not. I don't know.
Yeah, no,
At
nothing
school,
goes
I'm
on
just
at
not
school.
in that
Yeah.
in that headset. I'm
Yeah.
just like completely. I'll pretty much like focus on anything else other than like. Like if a man approaches me, I probably won't even get the cue in school. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't want you guys to like like watch these videos and think that it's cool to like be cold approaching girls in school because
Yeah,
like
that's
all the girls are gonna talk and be like laughing at you because it's just gonna be an embarrassing situation. Like, don't do that. You know what I mean? At a party, it's totally different if that's what you're going for. But yeah, there's that. You know, I kind of feel bad if someone's watching this and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get that girl I like right in class." Like,
Nah,
that's rough.
do
no.
it. Go for it.
Oh my god.
Go for it.
College, I would say college is different than high school. You know what I mean? Like my brother tells me, like he goes to college and he goes to a community college. Like a lot of the people there don't even like care to interact with each other because everyone's like going to
Just to do their own
just to
thing.
do their own
Yeah.
thing and then leave. Like I feel like kind of approaching in that situation, no one really knows each other, so it's more appropriate to approach in an environment like that. But high school is so fucking cliquey. So is middle school. Like,
Yeah.
don't do it in that situation unless it's out of school. You know what I mean? Like, so keep yourself safe, cover your bases because maybe someone else likes you and now the girls are talking and someone's calling you a loser and now they're like, oh, now I don't want to get with him anymore. And it's sad to think that things go down that way, but it's true. So be aware of that also.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about pickup lines? If a guy comes at you with some corny ass, what are you gonna say?
No. Not only some corny ass shit. Like, how do you feel about pickup lines in general? All pickup lines. Like, how like.
Not gonna lie, I'll probably tease you.
I'll
probably tease the shit out of you.
Not gonna lie.
Laugh.
If it's like that cheesy, I might end up laughing.
Yeah. Okay. So, has a guy ever hit you with a pickup line in person?
Not in person, but like through my
No.
DMs.
I feel like that would be even
If
worse.
I'm like, I mean, I really don't use Tinder, but if there's like a funny day where I'm like, I don't know, I'm like, I'm feeling fun, and I just like, I'll look on Tinder and I'll look at my messages. Like, that's where you're gonna see the pickup lines, and that's where you're not gonna be able to take that seriously because it's just
Right.
like it's random men
Yeah.
that are just trying to grab you in like weird ways.
Yeah, I
You know?
understand that. I feel like I don't know if there's any guys that are watching this video that have ever had success with a pickup line, but for the most part, pickup lines are kind of a no-go because guys use pickup lines when they don't know what to say off the bat to approach a girl because it's like, oh, I'll just use a funny pickup line. But like everyone thinks like that. You know what I'm saying?
It's not original.
It's not like there is no original pickup line even if you thought of it because at the end of the day, it's a pickup line. You know what I mean? And everyone could be like, I'm going to slide into her DM with a pickup line. Corny. You know what I mean? Like corny. So just be aware of the pickup lines. I've always said pickup lines are a no-no. No girls that have came on the podcast have been like, oh my God, I love pickup lines. You know what I mean? Like no one has said that. I know if a girl came into my DMs with some weird ass pickup line, I'd be like, what the fuck is this?
I think it's like
Yeah.
spam or something.
Yeah,
Like-
exactly. It looks like
Yeah.
spam or just some like weird shit. Just start with
It's a way to put it.
start with a conversation starter like hobbies or something else, not a corny pickup line. You know what I mean? And if the person is super interested in you anyway, even if you don't say the perfect thing right off the bat, it's still gonna work. It doesn't really matter. Like there's gonna be pull from both ends. So I see that as well. But I'm glad that we could agree with the pickup lines because I don't think we've had anyone come on here and be like, yeah, we love pickup lines. Like no, it just has not happened.
I mean,
yet.
if you do, like, no judgment. It's just I personally would not like it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah,
you know.
no.
Yeah. Okay. So going back to in relation to the first impression, do you think the first impression looks or the approach is
The
more
approach.
important? The approach?
I think the approach too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, how would you like to be approached? What would a guy say and do in relation to the approach that would really like catch your eye and be like, oh, like he's good looking or whatever? Like what would the guy have to do? Or he said something right. You know what I mean? Like what would he have to do that kind of grabs your attention, grabs your eye?
I honestly don't think that a guy really has to try when they approach. I think as long as it's just natural and
Yeah.
like as long as they're just being themselves and being friendly at first, I feel like that's more of like, you know, I feel like it's a red flag to be like to automatically say like a comment that's gonna, you know, like make me uncomfortable or something. Like it's or like just try. Like you show that you're putting in effort to make an approach that's not gonna come off as a good approach.
Right. Okay. And how about you?
I like confidence. If a person's confident and I see
Yeah.
that, like I think like the conversation will go well.
But not cocky.
Well, yeah, not cocky,
Please,
but
no.
like, you know, if you're
Yeah.
confident.
Yeah,
and
100%.
if you have like a way with words, you know, if you're funny, like I can see that from a person.
Right.
And I like that.
Right.
So like I feel like I'm more comfortable in that setting.
Exactly.
Having a conversation with another person.
Exactly. I've always said the energy rubs off. Like if you're coming at someone with anxious, tense, okay, if one of the people has anxious, tense, nervous energy, but the other person doesn't, the person with the anxious energy is going to kind of calm down because they're going to be like, oh, this person's cool, so we're cool. But if you're going up to her all nervous and she's already nervous about being approached because she senses that you're going to approach her, it's not going to work because it's going to be anxious, weird energy on both ends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So come with your confidence. You know what I mean? A lot of guys are like, oh, I don't want to come off as cocky. I don't want to come off as like, listen, at the end of the day, there is that fine line, but most of the guys that are worried about coming off as cocky are not going to come off as cocky. You're just going to come off as honest, genuine. But, you know, I see a lot of guys go up, hey, like, or like they'll hit someone with a wave. Like, nah, like you can't do that. You know what I mean? Like walk, good posture, good energy. You know what I mean? Don't be sulking, talk low. Hi, how are you? You know what I mean? Like, talk with some positivity, with some confidence, with some good energy, and it's going to rub off. And ultimately, that's what you want if you're trying to get something going with that person. You know what I mean? You want to get the ball rolling. You can't. It's like anything in life. Like if you want to do good on your test, you have to study for it. Now you know the material, and now you're going to ace the test. If you're going to go approach a girl, or if you're a girl going to approach a guy, and you're not doing the right things that you know you need to do in relation to the approach, it's never going to work. And now tying back to looks, on a scale of 1 to 10, and you could be completely honest. No one's going to judge you for this. Honestly, how important is looks in relation to a first approach?
Well, looks help, but if the personality's there, then the looks don't matter. You know what I mean?
Well, to a degree. You know what I mean?
To a degree.
Okay,
yes.
well, yes. I don't know.
I love how you're like answering for us. Like that's kind of like that's right.
No, because
I don't know.
because
Yeah,
you
I
can
don't
be
know.
honest. I don't want you to be dishonest. You know what I mean? Like be completely honest. If looks matter a lot to you, they matter a lot to me. You know what I mean? You can be honest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like-
No, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like definitely like personality like is extremely important, but like
Looks
yeah,
can
I
help.
agree. Like looks helps.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And,
100%.
and listen, like it's not only with what you're born with. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many different ways to just make yourself more attractive. That's another series that I'm going to be starting up very soon. We're going to be giving people like full complete makeovers. It's going to be totally hilarious. Like
Oh
like
my
we're
God.
going to be taking virgins to the club, like everything. It's going to be insane.
Nice.
But like like if you're watching this at home and you're not taking care of yourself, right? Like you're not taking care of your body, you're not taking care of your skin, like everything. It's the little things, and we're gonna highlight these in more like select individual videos. But it's like if you just simply do the basic steps that I'm going to highlight in taking care of yourself, you're gonna be so much more confident because you actually feel attractive now. You know what I mean? It's a lot about how you feel in your own skin that's gonna rub off on the other person. If you're trying to fake that confidence, it's always gonna rub off as awkward. You know what I mean? Like the other day, like with the speed date that we did. If you guys watched
Yeah.
it, not calling out my boy, you know what I mean? But it's like like energy rubs off on energy. Like he obviously wasn't feeling so confident in his own skin, and it rubbed off on her. It was an awkward encounter situation, but it happens. You know what I mean? But now you know the things that you can do to improve upon it. Obviously, I don't know how important this is to you guys, but for me, it's very important. I love a girl that's in shape. You know what I mean? Goes to the gym. Even if you don't go to the gym, just like you go for walks. Like
Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You take care of yourself. You don't need to be super fit, curvy. You know what I mean? Like you just
Yeah.
need to be like somewhat in shape. Like I would prefer my partner to not be like obese. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because I'm not obese. Like if I'm going to take care of myself, why shouldn't my partner? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like hold yourself to a certain standard, and that confidence will rub off as well. It's not being cocky. It's not being an ass. You're just being honest with what you want.
Yeah.
With what you like.
It's healthy
with,
life habits.
Yeah, with
It's
what
not
you
how-
feel like you deserve. You know what I mean?
And if you
Yeah.
do end up with somebody like that, I feel like it's always good to help. Like if anything, like
Yeah.
help as best as you can.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's rare when you see like people that are super physically fit get with people that are super out of shape, or people that are, you know what I mean? Or vice versa. Because it's like, wait, like how did that happen? You know what I mean? And it's sad when you think about it that way, but it's completely true. Like there is a certain standard that if you hold yourself to, you're going to have to hold your partner to. Like you're going to have to. Like, you know what I mean? Most couples, like, and there's research that you guys could do on it. Most husbands that are obese, the wife feels like it's okay for them to become obese because it's like, well, I don't need to impress my husband because I'm barely even sexually attracted to him anymore. The relationships start going
Just declining,
downhill.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So taking care of yourself beyond anything is the first step to nailing like everything ties back. That first approach, first everything. I feel like we're good with that question.
Yeah.
You want to add a little bit?
I mean, just for guys, like all of us guys, I think just like obviously like looks, like you can't really control that, but you can control like certain things about it, like how you take care of yourself, like how you groom yourself. So just watch that because girls look at that, and I know you do. So
Yeah,
that's important.
and in relation to that, what is the first thing that you guys will actually notice, like in a guy?
Physically?
Yeah. Or yeah, exactly. So like you look at a guy, what is the first thing that you notice?
Okay, eyes and the way they carry themselves, like
Right.
as a person,
Right.
to approach someone, like the
Okay.
entire package,
Okay.
pretty much. But eyes
Yeah.
is the first thing I notice.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I look at hair a lot. Kind of weird, but like hair always catches my eye, and it doesn't even like, I don't know, like it varies. I mean, also just like physique too. Like I don't know,
Yeah.
like what you said. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't really like, I don't know, like
Super jacked guys.
yeah. I don't really like. I don't. Now that I think about it, like I don't really think about what I see first. Like it's just kind of like, it's kind of what I see throughout the time that it's like I notice them
Right.
in a way.
Oh wait,
Right.
I low key noticed arms.
Arms.
Like if you got
Yeah.
muscles,
Right.
that's what I notice.
Right.
That's another
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Major
arms or abs? I ask girls this all the time. Arms or abs?
Ooh.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Both.
Maybe abs. Maybe abs.
I don't know.
But what if you're like super? But do abs count when you're like super skinny? Like you're just super skinny and you have abs because everything else on you is skinny, or a guy with like nice arms and like a little bit of abs, or a guy with like pretty nice abs, pretty nice arms. You know what I mean? Like I feel like you could tell when someone lifts weights. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
it's different like in the physicality. Like a lot of guys, like genetically, like ectomorph males will just have abs because they are naturally and genetically skinny and,
Yeah.
and the muscle is showing and they don't even work out. Like I literally have friends that have shredded 6-8 packs because genetically they have them. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And like it's lucky, but like they don't go to the gym, and when they wear like a regular shirt, you can't even tell that they work out because it's like you're just so skinny. So in that case, I guess the abs do count, but in my eyes, as someone that goes to the gym, they don't count. So if you're not, again, I say this in a lot of my videos, please start going to the gym. You're gonna feel so much better about yourself. Like literally, the gym at some point in your life, if you haven't experienced like what it feels like for your body to change, look better, feel better, is such a crucial thing.
Yeah.
And it literally just takes a little bit of self-discipline, like this much self-discipline, and then you fall in love with the process of looking better, feeling better, getting stronger, and then it's not even something that you think about. You literally try to plan your day around
Around
it.
the gym.
It's
Yeah.
like, oh, I want to get in the gym. Like that becomes like your break. That becomes your healthy outlet. If you're not in the gym, what are you doing?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, like we laughed about that. Like, you know, like it's funny when you just like say like, you know, please go to the gym, but then like in a way, like it really does help.
Yeah.
I mean, like I go to the gym sometimes. Like I don't go all the time, but
Yeah.
like when I do go, I definitely feel better about
Yeah,
myself.
100%.
Like I feel like it's proven. It's got to be proven.
Yeah, it absolutely is proven. Like the good rush of endorphins you get, like you sweat, so your skin looks better because you're like everything. There's not a single negative effect of getting in the gym. Like no matter what you do, I don't care if you go to the gym and do fucking 10 sit-ups. You did something. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Do something. Choose to be active. Like
Yeah.
it helps so much. I'm not asking you to become a triathlete. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no.
I'm not a fucking triathlete. You just need to do something. Something.
Now that we're on the topic of gyms, do you guys like getting approached in the gym?
Yeah.
If you have your headphones in and some guy comes up to you,
It's happened to me. It's happened to me once, and like I will say, I haven't talked to that kid since.
No.
It was like a very long time ago,
What
and
did
like
what did he say? What did he say?
I think he just. It was like when I first started going to the gym, and I had no clue what I was doing. Like I know he came up to me and he was like, "Oh, like what are you working on? Like, you know, like abs, arms, like losing weight." I'm like, "Yo." Dude, I don't really know. I'm just like playing with the machines. Like I really didn't know. Like what I didn't know what I was doing. Like
Yeah.
you never really I don't know. Like people do go in with an approach of what to do, but like I don't know. I guess sometimes like you just go because like you know you just want to get something done
Yeah.
actively.
Yeah,
But I don't know.
absolutely.
When he came up to me and said that, I just like I really didn't know what to say. And
Yeah, you're like,
I don't
what?
know.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean like we exchanged numbers. We talked for like maybe a week. Never talked to him again after that. I don't really know what happened. But
Just weren't super interested.
yeah, I don't know. I think I just like I'm a very bad texter. So like I think I just fully responded too late, and I think he responded a little like too late too, and I think at some point it just didn't work, which, you know, I'm not good over the phone, so I feel like that's just my fault, but
That's
fine.
okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm not even that good over the phone. Like it's fucking like it's like sometimes like what do you say? Like,
Yeah.
Like, what is there to
like,
say?
Like let's just be like, what do you say? Because at the end of the day, sometimes like I know everyone that's watching this understands, and if you don't like understand this, social media is fake. Like it is completely fake. Like when you see these guys that are like, oh, this is the perfect text to set. No, social media is fake. There is no
Literally.
perfect text, perfect pickup line. There's going to be awkward moments. There's going to be moments where you don't know what to say. There's going to be moments in person where your fucking voice gets shaky and you're getting nervous. All these guys that you see on TikTok that are like, oh, I do this and I get hella bitches. Like, yo, listen, I know these guys panic in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know these guys panic in the moment. Everyone is a human being. Like, you're not ever going to be perfect. Ever. Neither is the girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like on both
exactly.
on both ends of the spectrum, you're never going to be perfect. So don't be on social media and see like, oh, he's doing it. How come I can't do it like this? Like social media is an act. It's an act. And like if you're trying to put up a shell, it's never going to work. And that's not to say like going to the gym and getting more confident. Like that's real. You know what I mean? That's real confidence that you build. But don't see a video from one of your favorite influencers doing a certain thing and you're like, oh, this is life. Like, this is what I like.
Because then you get snapped back into reality. You're
Exactly.
Like, that's just not reality.
For your average schmo, like, stop thinking that is your life. Like, start with the basics. Start with the bare basics. Build your way up. You'll be more confident. You'll be happier, healthier. Like, everything. Like you'll have a better life. Literally, you will have a better life. And it's not only in relation to having more experience with girls and everything else. It's again the whole package, your entire life. Like you said, you see the whole package when you look at someone.
Yeah.
It's also like you want to know what they do for work and like everything. Like because I know that's what I'm looking for in a girl too. Like, oh, like is she in school? Is she working? Like it's beyond just that shell of a person. Like
Yeah.
I've totally been a proponent of that, especially now that I'm in a relationship. Like things are way different. You know what I mean? Like not everything is about who's who's bad, who's the hottest, who's this. Like you could be a 7, right? Just based upon looks and then have so much good shit going for yourself that in my eyes, you then become a 9. Or you could be a 9 by looks and then you degrade yourself every day and like you have nothing going for yourself and now you're a 2.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that goes both ways, I know. Like I don't know, are you attracted to guys that don't work, don't go to school, smoke,
No.
play video games all
None
day?
of that. None of that.
Yeah, not really. No.
Yeah, that is not it.
I mean, like
Sorry.
if that's what you do, like of course that's fine. Like, but if that's your lifestyle, like you know,
There is no future.
Yeah, because that's going to
Yeah.
rub off on you too.
There is no future because at the end of the day, like and I've had girls say this too, like from the girl's perspective, like biologically they're thinking like even if they're not like, oh, I'm thinking about how this guy will take care of my kids, like biologically it's like how is this guy going to take care of my offspring? You know what I mean? And it's like if that's what you're doing with your life and that's how you choose to live, you're never going to be in a position to where you're actually confident around girls, you actually get someone that you like. And you're going to sit there with the mentality of someone will come one day. Like, probably not. You know what I mean? Probably not. You need to get out there and
Actively.
do the right things. You know what I mean? I hate that too. Oh, there's someone out there for you. Well, what are you actively doing to try to find someone out there for you? Are you just being complacent and waiting for someone out there to just fall into your arms lovingly? Because that probably won't happen either. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
like the whole there's someone out there for you is a crock of shit unless you're actually doing something to actively be like, I'm putting the right things in place and in order for my life. And now I know that I will find the right person. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's a huge
difference.
Yeah,
Big
there's
difference.
a huge difference in that too. You want to?
Because there's people that believe in that but don't actively do things on a day-to-day basis to make that a reality. For like a girl to come in and change, not even change things, but just like come in and make their lives better. Like you should have stuff going for you already. Just be busy. You know,
Yeah.
don't fake it. Like actually do certain things to make
Exactly.
yourself busy.
So like what does a guy do in relation to like adding value to your life that makes you feel like he's worthwhile to date or to hang out with, that you're going to look at him and be like, wow, like this guy's worthwhile. Like he's worth continuing to hang out with.
if you got the support from them, like emotionally, and if they actually have like things going for them in the future, because then you could be like, oh, like I can be with this person in the long run.
For sure.
Yeah.
If they're good with like kids or like I don't know, like if
Yeah.
they're good with like family or like
Ooh, if they're
just, like-
family oriented.
You like that?
yeah, I guess like how they act in public with you, I'm sure matters. Like
Yeah.
you know, like like introducing like your significant other to somebody else,
Yeah.
like I'm sure, like I mean, I think I would look out for that.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, if you're family oriented, I like that.
Yeah.
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 I've heard that a lot too. Family oriented is
Yeah.
a big thing because it's like if you're cursing out your mom and dad like in front of your significant
That's
other.
not right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like even if you're in the right, like that's
You're in the wrong.
like don't like if you're gonna have like a heated argument like that, like
Do it in private.
do it in
Yeah.
private.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
fake it till you make it, my man. Like it's not the right position to be in. And then you're complaining to her, oh, my mom this, my dad this, and it's like she doesn't want to hear your fucking complaining.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to hear your fucking complaining. Like, do you want to hear her complaining? No.
Yeah.
Why would she want to hear you fucking complaining? You know
And you
what I
should
mean?
never talk bad about family, like
Yeah.
especially to
Oh,
someone else.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, 100%. Like 100%. Like you should not be talking shit about mom and dad to your significant other because if you're really thinking about something going forward in the future, if you don't even like your own parents, why should I like them? All right. We are back. I'm sorry for the short interruption. They were fucking fighting and it was just a whole big thing, you know.
Sorry about it.
They were
Yeah.
fucking scratching each other. A whole bunch of weird shit just happened off camera. But we're back, nevertheless. Where were we? Where were we picking up?
I forget.
I don't even remember where the fuck we were.
I don't remember.
It was something about.
No, I do. Family oriented.
Oh
Yes,
yes,
yes.
yes.
Right. So they were saying that they liked a family oriented person. Like I was saying, don't argue with mom and dad in front of her. Don't bitch about mom and dad to her unless it's like really that deep. You know what I mean? And like you've been in a relationship for over, like a year at this point. Like month one, stop like doing that. It's very awkward. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
going to cause tension amongst a relationship. If you don't like your mom and dad, why should I like your mom and dad? You know what I mean? Like you're
Yeah.
making things hard for me as a partner. So definitely avoid doing that. Do you guys have any questions for me or Daria?
Oh, I could.
Mm,
How's your relationship going?
How's my relationship going?
Yeah.
Good.
very nice.
Very good. I don't know. I mean, I heard you said that, so.
I try. Yeah, I only mention it like briefly because social media is weird and like people try to like sabotage shit. So I try to like keep it.
Oh, yeah, no, I respect
You know what I
that.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
like kind of like more like I'm not gonna have my girlfriend on the podcast or anything like that because it's just not even worth it for me. You know what I mean? Like, social media is weird.
It's
People-
crazy. Social
Oh,
media
no.
is crazy.
Yeah, I totally get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's people are literally NPCs in their basement dropping comments like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
it's
this is fucking this is that." Like, bro, you have no future. Like, stop. Like, don't
Yeah.
do this. Like,
Yeah.
you don't want to do this right now. Like,
Yeah.
like, you don't want to do this right now. Like, I know that the keyboard warriors are gonna be here, probably in my comments, probably on this video right now. I'm gonna post it. I don't care.
100%.
But it's like, it's my at the end of the day, it's my content. Like, how can you hate? How can you hate on another man or woman's hustle? Like, if you're making content, this is a message totally separate from this. Sorry, guys. If you're making content right now in 2022, it is so fucking hard to break through with whatever you're doing because social media literally has zero guarantee. Like there is no guaranteed future in store with social media. If you go to a police academy and you want to become a cop, you're becoming a cop. If you want to become a firefighter, you could do it. You could go to school to become a lawyer. These are all guarantees as long as you go through the certain criteria. There is no fucking guaranteed way to break into the industry. There is nothing. You're tapping totally uncharted territory. So for all my fellow content creators that are watching this video, I just want to remind you, keep going with whatever you're doing. It's going to get hard at times. You're going to be demotivated. You're going to want to settle. Never settle. You started for a reason because you like the idea of wanting to become a content creator. So at the end of the day, like we always say, pick your hard. It's hard to show up for someone every day going to work and having them bitch at you and now you have to do what they want for minimal pay. But it's also hard to have no guarantees going in on a business, which I like to see social media as a business entity in itself. That's hard too. So at the end of the day, pick your hard. And I'm pretty sure the hard that you would want to pick is a social media route if you already started with your content.
100%.
So keep going with that. Guys, I feel like we
touched on a lot.
I feel like we ran
Yeah.
like close to a 40-minute podcast.
It's great.
As if there's nothing else to talk about, I feel like we got through everything with first impression. Take their advice. They're down to earth, good people. You know what I mean? I mean that. And there's a lot of people that come on here and they're like, "Oh, I fucking want this." I'm like, no, you don't. Like people lie. You know what I mean? You guys were very honest. I appreciate that. Yeah. I actually do have one more question now. Who is your celebrity crush?
Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Young Ralph Macchio.
Yeah.
Yeah, that man.
Wait,
She's-
what?
she's funky. She likes-
You're into Italian guys?
Yes. Yeah. No. Okay.
You're
when
Italian?
he was,
Is she into
I'm full
Italian guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, when he was younger, that man was spicy.
Young Ralph Macchio.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a reasonable celebrity crush. What about
Yeah.
you?
Oh, mine is just not like that. Mine, I don't know.
I'm so weird.
I like my young childhood stars. Like, I love Big Time Rush forever, but like, James was always my favorite. I also like Ross Lynch a lot.
Oh yes, Ross Lynch.
I don't
He's the
know.
blonde-haired kid.
Yes.
Yeah, blonde hair.
Yeah.
I don't know, just like, I just got into watching One Tree Hill recently, and I like the kid who plays
Mike
Luke.
Murray, is that his name?
Oh, I don't know the
Something
names.
Murray.
I don't know the names, but the guy who plays
Oh,
Luke.
Chad. Is that his name? What's his, the blonde
Dude, don't
kid?
ask me. I have no clue.
Are you talking about the blonde kid? Or Nate?
Yeah.
Well, I don't even know
Yeah,
their names.
Nate's the brunette.
I like Nate.
Nathan's the brunette.
Yeah.
And Luke's the blonde. I always liked Luke.
Yeah, Luke. I think
don't
that's
know.
Chad Murray, Mike Murray, something like that.
I think probably.
That's something like that.
I don't know.
I'm gonna keep asking girls who their celebrity crush is until I get Floyd Mayweather. as the answer. I still have yet to get Floyd Mayweather. He's personally my celebrity crush. No, I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. But
No shame.
Floyd Mayweather, I'm gonna keep asking for you. I think you're someone's celebrity crush.
You're gonna get a yes, bro.
You're gonna get a yes eventually. It just not today. Not
Yeah.
today. How do you guys feel about Floyd Mayweather? Think he's an attractive
I don't
man?
really know much about him.
Yeah, I don't know much about him.
I'm
either.
so sorry.
It looks like a beanstalk. How could you be attracted to that? Come on.
I don't know. I just love asking girls like questions like that because everyone's like Floyd Mayweather. Remember the other day Sherry was on the podcast. She's
hysterical.
like he's so ugly. So now I feel bad.
Wait, can we pull up a picture? I
Yeah, we
because
can.
Throw it on the screen in 3,
We
2,
can.
1.
We're
Okay.
throwing a picture of Floyd Mayweather on the screen in 3, 2, 1. Floyd Mayweather is right here in my hand.
Oh, okay.
Floyd,
Alright.
Floyd Mayweather, you are not their celebrity crush, but I'm gonna keep asking girls until you get a yes.
So sorry.
If you're
I'll
watching,
look you up later and I'll make an opinion.
Hold on, let's pull the picture.
if you're watching this video, Floyd, I'm sorry that it hasn't happened yet, but one day it will. On that note, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Do not ever forget to like, share, follow, subscribe for more epic content. Thank you guys so much for being on the podcast. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having
Of
us.
course, thanks.
No, really, I mean that. Thank you.
Yeah,
Like, it means a lot.
Of course.
And we'll see you for the next episode. Peace.
Eh.